Mary, I'm sorry. I'm coming home a day late. Gotta make a detour.
What? Again? Your boss always does this to you.
I'm sorry. I know it's not easy being alone while pregnant. I'll be back in 2 days. You feeling okay? Everything good?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm 5 months in now. I'm actually eating a lot. Doctor said I could start exercising a bit if I want. Sometimes I go to the park for a short walk.
Cool. How are your parents? Hope they're doing well.
Yep, they're really excited about the baby. I've never seen them so excited. They already started buying clothes for the baby. I'm only 5 months in.
Oh, I see. Tell them I said thank you. I'll get them something nice on the way home.
No worries. They're just really excited, that's all. No need to get them anything special, okay?
Okay. Take care, okay? Stay warm.
Yeah, I know, thanks. Come home soon.
Of course. By the way, where are you right now? You outside?
Huh? Why? I'm at my parents' house.
Oh, what a coincidence! I'm here too.
What? What do you mean?
What do you think it means? I'm right in front of the house. Your parents are actually right in front of me.
Wait, what? I thought you weren't coming home for 2 more days. You said? You lied to me?
Well, technically no. I'm spending a few nights here, so I won't be home for a while. So tell me, where are you? I don't see you.
Oh, I'm at the convenience store, yeah. Be home in a bit.
You sure? You're at a hot spring resort, aren't you?
What? How did you...
Look, I know everything. I know you've been cheating on me. He's your ex from college. It's been going on for a few months now, right? And I had to go away for a while for work. So you decided to go on vacation with him, right? Oh, and you lied to your parents, too. You told them you'd be staying at home, right? By the way, your parents are reading this too as we speak. You just can't stop lying, can you? They seem really upset. Your dad looks pissed. Your mom is crying.
Hold on. Look, it's not like that. I'm just with my friends. My ex is here too, but I'm not cheating on you.
So why did you just tell us that you were going on vacation? You lied to all of us!
Well, 'cause I was pregnant. I thought you'd say no. So, yeah, that's why I didn't tell you guys. You gotta believe me.
I know you're lying.
Huh?
I know it's just you and him. I hired a private investigator. He's been following you for a while now. It wasn't cheap, but it was worth every dime.
What? What are you saying?
Pictures, texts. I even got some videos. I printed it all out. I showed it to your parents too. I got more than enough evidence.
Stop! Why would you do that? Why get my parents involved?
You think I wanted to do this? It hurts me too, but I had to be sure, you know?
What do you mean?
The baby. Is it even mine?
What?
I did the math. I think there's a high chance that it's not mine. 5 months ago, you were spending a lot of time with this guy, so... What do you think, Mary?
What? Stop saying that, Bob! How dare you!
So this is my fault now? Whatever. Here's the deal. I'm divorcing you. I'm gonna sue you both for damages.
What? No!
And I want a DNA test for the baby. If it's not mine, I'm not paying child support. You'll be fine, though. You got your boyfriend.
Wait, I can't marry him. He doesn't have a job at the moment.
Oh, that sounds fun. He got fired for embezzlement, right?
How did you...
I know everything. And after he lost his job, he's been living in your old apartment. And I know you've been stealing money from your parents to look after him. And that you used the money to pay for your vacation. It's over. We're done.
No, please, I'm sorry. I just felt really bad for him and I just wanted to help. I never meant to cheat on you. Please, forgive me. I can't marry him. I can't take care of the baby on my own. And I can't ask my parents for help either. Please, just give me one more chance. I'll do anything.
What? You serious? You already had your chance to come clean, and you blew it. All you do is lie and make excuses. I'm sick of this. I don't care what happens to you. Go to hell. I'm not raising some other guy's kid. And you're gonna pay me back for all the money I spent on you.
No, please, please. I swear this will never happen again. The baby might be his, but the kid has nothing to do with this. So please.
Now you're trying to use the kid as an excuse? You're unbelievable. The baby isn't mine. I'm done with all of this. You said you'll do anything, right? Fine. Get the hell out of my life and never come back.
No, please. I was lonely. Ever since I became a housewife, I lost touch with my old friends, and you're always away on work, so I just got bored and I was lonely, okay?
What? You're the one that said you wanted to quit your job. I tried to stop you, but you said it would be fine. You didn't even listen to me. And you lost touch with your old friends because you were a jerk to them. You thought you were better than them because you didn't have to work for a living, right?
What? Who told you that?
Your old friends told me. They were really annoyed by you. They said you changed after you got married. And about my business trip, I know I'm barely home, and I feel bad about that. So after I got married, I asked my boss to keep them as short as possible, so I could be home with you. But I guess you didn't know that. You chose to be a housewife. Nobody forced you to do that. It doesn't give you the excuse to cheat on me.
Stop. Just stop, okay? I was really stressed out, okay? I just had to vent. And what about you, huh? Who knows what you're really up to on these business trips? Yeah, why am I the bad guy here?
You're insane! If you're gonna accuse me of things, get some proof first. You won't get any, though, because I haven't done anything wrong. Whatever. Just don't contact me again. If you've got something to say, contact my lawyer. No more direct contact. I'm gonna change the lock on the house, so don't come back. You're free to go.
Wait, no! We gotta talk about this! Come on, don't be like that!
I don't want to see you. Ever! I already told my lawyer everything I wanted. So I guess you get a lawyer too.
With what money? I don't have any money!
That's not my problem. I'll email you my lawyer's contact info tomorrow. I'm going to sleep. Good night.
No! Wait, Bob! Wait!
After that, I divorced her and sued them both for damages. I never had to see her once, and I got a huge cash settlement. They did a DNA test on the baby. It wasn't mine. No surprises there. I heard Mary broke up with her boyfriend. She left her kid with her parents and ran off somewhere. Her older brother and his wife ended up adopting the kid.
Simon, honey, do you know when you'll be coming home? Your father doesn't seem like he's feeling too well. We decided to take him to the hospital. Do you think you'll be able to make a visit?
Oh, is it finally time to bid farewell to the old man? About time. I've waited years for this.
That isn't very nice. Why would you say something like that? This isn't the time to be joking around, honey. We need you here. Can you make it?
I don't know. I'm kinda busy. Maybe if I feel like it.
If you feel like it? What are you saying? Your father might be in critical condition. This could be life-threatening.
I said I'm busy. You can be so persistent sometimes. Oh, but if there's going to be other relatives coming to visit, don't forget to tell them that I'm late because of work. I can't have you telling stories and ruining my reputation. Got to make sure they still think I'm a great guy.
All right, I will. But, honey, I'm sure your dad would be very happy to see you. Your visit might be just what he needs to get better. We'll be waiting, okay? Be sure to visit as soon as you can.
Yeah, whatever. For God's sake, I thought taking care of the house was your job. And now you're bothering me with all these things I really don't care about. You should really do better. Aren't you supposed to be my wife?
All right, I'll try to do my best. But please promise me you'll come and visit once you have the time.
You home?
Yes, I'm home. Is something wrong? I thought you were taking a day off from work today. I can tell you've been very busy with your job recently. You had to leave during the middle of the funeral, and you didn't even have the time to say goodbye.
I'm heading home right now. I guess I should tell you that I quit my job.
What? Why would you do something like that?
Dad left a fortune. Haven't you heard? Actually, don't answer that question. I didn't know about it until now, so there's no chance you knew. Apparently, there's nearly $4 million left in his bank account.
Is that so? But I still don't see why you would just quit your job like that. There's no reason to.
You really don't get it? Jeez. Just what you would expect from someone who's poor. You can be so ignorant sometimes. Use your brain for once. Who needs to work when they have $4 million bucks?
I don't see where this is going.
Oh, but I do. I guess I'm just different from mindless peasants like you.
Are you calling me a peasant?
Am I wrong? You grew up poor, and I don't think you're rich right now. I'm going to inherit all of the money, Rose, which means that I'm going to become a millionaire. That's why I quit my job. Why work when you can have all the cash in the world? Maybe I'll start a new business or something. After all, I can do anything with the $4 million.
Do you really think you can start a business? That sounds difficult. Do you have any specific plans?
Don't act like you know anything about businesses. A brain-dead female like you wouldn't understand.
You sound very sure of yourself. But are you sure quitting your job was a good idea? Your company has always been good to you. Your salary was above average, and you never had any complaints before. They took proper care of its employees. Most people would probably die for a job like that. I hope you won't regret it.
You really don't understand a single thing, do you? Poor people. They just don't think the same way as millionaires like me. You're pathetic.
I think you're rather far from becoming an actual millionaire.
Poor people really are the worst. All they do is complain and kill the mood. They just can't understand how cultured people think. That's part of the reason why I hated living with you. Good thing we can finally end it.
Sorry, I don't think I'm following. Could you clarify what you mean by end it?
You can leave now. Get out of the house.
Get out of the house? But doesn't that mean...
Wow, you actually can use your brain. Yes, it means I'm kicking you out. I don't need you anymore. I am about to be able to get whatever I want with this money. I have no need for you. Not that you are of any use to begin with.
Wait, you're really going to kick me out?
Yes. Can't you read? It's pretty much a guarantee that I'm going to inherit Dad's fortune. I'm the oldest man in the household. I also made sure to take care of him these last few years. That leaves a good impression when we divide up what he's leaving behind.
But you didn't take care of him. I was the one who took care of your dad all these years.
So, you're not actually his family, though. You're my wife. As worthless as you are, if you took care of my dad, then good. That means that I taught you well. It also means that my brother had less chances of leaving an impression. I doubt he'd be getting anything. So, I'll be living a happy life with Dad's $4 million from now on.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but what you're basically telling me is that as soon as you thought that you were going to inherit the $4 million, you decided to kick me out of the house?
Yes, that's what I've been telling you for the past hour or two. I knew you were slow, but this is starting to get annoying. Anyways, now that you finally understand why I don't need you anymore, it's time to arrange our divorce. And no, you don't have to worry about the cost. I'll cover all the filing fees. I'll even pay you an extra $50,000 if you leave quickly.
Really? You're willing to do that for me?
I have money to spare, unlike you. But once you accept the money, that's going to be the end of the story. We're never going to have another conversation again, is that clear? I'll be busy starting a new life in luxury. I don't have time to deal with you.
Can I just ask you a few more questions? You seem eager. Were you planning this divorce for a while?
Of course I was. What's the point of being married to a woman who can't even give me a child?
But we didn't have time for a child. I was busy taking care of your dad, and you rarely came home.
Enough with your excuses. Just get out of the house, you hear? You'll have to get out eventually because I'm going to sell it.
Sell it? But why? It's full of fond memories with your dad. You probably have more than I do. Don't you want to keep it?
I'm getting ready to buy a new house, and I need that old house to help me pay the mortgage. I'm willing to pay you $50,000, so quit complaining. It might be a large sum of money for the likes of you to handle, but consider it as compensation for me cheating.
I knew it. You really were cheating on me all along. I'm guessing that means you'll be moving in with the woman that you were cheating on me with then?
Starting to feel jealous. Doesn't matter. You'll be out of the house, and you won't have anything to do with me for the rest of your miserable life.
It's only been 10 days since your dad passed away, and you're already making plans to sell this house. I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, but I can tell that you really don't care about your father.
You're talking way too much. I don't consider you my wife anymore. You don't have a say in anything. I suppose you want me to thank you for helping me take care of Dad. But that was the one and only thing you were actually useful for. Now that that's over, I have no reason to keep you. The 4 million is pretty much already in my pocket. Just be smart for once. Take the 50,000 and leave.
All right then. I agree with the divorce.
That took you long enough. I want you to pack everything up and leave the house by the end of the day. Is that clear?
Yes, I hear you. Fine. I'll get the documents ready and send them to you. Or maybe I can just leave them on the kitchen table when I leave. When will you transfer the 50,000 to my bank account?
The faster the better. My current savings should be just enough. I can't wait until I get the inheritance. 50,000 is nothing compared to 4 million.
Then you can transfer the money to me today. I'll be accepting that as compensation for you cheating on me. Thank you for taking care of me. Though there really isn't much to thank you for.
What the hell is going on, Rose?
What? I thought we weren't going to talk anymore after we got divorced.
I still haven't received my inheritance. Have you heard anything from the lawyers? You better not hide anything from me.
So that's what you contacted me for? I don't think you'll be getting anything, Simon.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't think you'll be getting a dime.
I don't get it. Where's my 4 million? I've been waiting.
I really don't understand how you thought you would be receiving anything.
I'm the oldest man in the family, now that Dad is out of the picture. I should be the one to inherit all of his fortune.
Roy left a will. You didn't hear about it?
Obviously not if I have to ask you about what's going on.
After the funeral, an executor from the court came to pay his respects. He was apparently named by your dad before he passed, and he was responsible for carrying out his wishes. We arranged a date where we could talk about the contents of the will. Don't worry about it. It's already done.
Why haven't I heard anything about it?
Because you were barely at the funeral. You left early, remember? We decided that there wouldn't be much of a problem without you, so we didn't bother contacting you.
What the hell?
According to the will, your dad decided to hand all of his fortune to me. It was very kind of him.
I don't have time for all this nonsense. Just tell me the truth.
If you don't believe me, why don't you ask your brother? He should be able to tell you a lot. After all, he is the one that was appointed to take over the family company.
Are you kidding me?
I suppose it doesn't really have much to do with you, since you were never really good at working in general. If I remember correctly, that's why you were working at another company, right? Anyways, your brother inherited your dad's company, and I inherited his fortune.
You inherited the 4 million? There's gotta be a mistake.
There's no mistake. For the past several years, I alone took care of Roy after his retirement. It wasn't easy, since you wouldn't allow me to hire help. The least you could have done would be to give me a helping hand, but you never even bothered to do that. Your dad kept silent about it, but he resented you for never lifting a finger or caring enough to help him.
Why wouldn't he say anything?
Why should he have to? You're his son. By the way, he also knew that you were cheating on me. I'm guessing that's the reasoning behind why he decided not to give you anything.
But the lawyer said that there was a fortune of 4 million.
There is. It's just that none of it is going into your pocket. I'm just guessing here, but I'm pretty sure the lawyer never said anything about you being the one receiving it. That will be all. We're already divorced, and there's nothing holding the two of us together. I have no intention of associating with you anymore.
Don't you talk to me like that, you pathetic woman. Why do you get to keep all the money? You're not even related to my dad. You barely even knew him. I should be the one receiving the 4 million. Not you. Me.
If I barely knew him, then why would I look after him all these years? If I didn't know him, I wouldn't do something like that, would I? The reality is I knew him much better than you did, especially in the last few years of his life. I think it's about time you came to terms with the facts. You're a horrible person, and this is what you get for your actions.
Okay, fine. I guess you knew him. Whatever. But that doesn't have anything to do with what we're talking about right now. Stop going off topic.
Really? I think it has everything to do with it. You're the one who started the conversation about what happened to the money, right? So I'm just trying to be nice and explain to you how your dad was kind enough to grant me his fortune. and the reasons as to why you weren't able to receive anything from such a kind man like him. I don't see why you're having trouble following.
He's my dad, though.
Oh, now you care about him all of a sudden? I still remember when you didn't even bother to show up at the hospital when I called you. The only thing you did was attend the funeral, and even then, you left early and barely bothered to pay respects. Come to think of it, I don't think you even tried to act mournful. It's sad to think that you only thought of your father as a source of wealth.
That's not true at all.
I don't know. At the very least, that's the impression most of your relatives, your dad, and I got looking at how you usually behaved. But I guess it doesn't really matter. Regardless of what's true, just keep in mind that you won't be getting anything from him. Whatever you decide to do from now on, I don't really care. We're divorced. Just do it where I can't see you.
I'm going to make you regret acting so arrogant. And what about the $50,000 I paid you? What about that?
I thought we were clear about that. It's compensation.
What do you mean, compensation?
You're the one who suggested it. Compensation for you cheating on me. If you have any more problems, I would appreciate it if you would talk about it to my lawyers. I don't want to listen to you complaining all day long, and I also have nothing more to say to you.
But my money! Where's my money?
You should think about how you behaved. You were so busy with work that you barely came home. You rarely helped out with taking care of the house, much less caring for your father. Even when you were at home, you would just lie on the sofa watching TV all day, like a couch potato. Frankly speaking, I think both your dad and I had enough. We expected more from you, and I'm sorry it had to come to this.
It's not my fault. I was busy. Are you telling me that I'm not allowed to spend a day off relaxing?
No, that's not what I'm saying. But were you really that busy? Are you sure you weren't just going out with whoever you were cheating on me with? Judging from how well you are with your work, I doubt you had any important roles at the company. It's not just your work ethics that's a problem. It's also your values. If you think getting a divorce the moment you were getting $4 million was a good idea, then I have no words for you.
It's not like that. I had problems too. I was stressed out. I'm just not the type of person to show it or talk about it. Come on, there has to be some goodness in you. Share the inheritance with me. Don't you think it's wrong to keep all that money to yourself? I never knew you were so greedy.
What problems did you have? Care to explain? You barely put any money into the house, no matter how many times I asked. When I was having trouble making ends meet, you went on a solo vacation to Paris. And now you're asking me to give you a part of the fortune? I'm sorry, but I can't agree to that.
You knew about the vacation to Paris?
Yes, and there's a lot more secrets I know about you, so don't think you can fool me. There's no point in talking to you anymore, is there? I already moved out of our old house, just like you ordered me to do. If you want to sell it to buy a new house, then please, help yourself. I don't care. Just don't think you'll be getting much out of it.
But I invested like $1 million for the new house. I already got a mortgage. I was going to pay it off with the inheritance. Now what am I supposed to do? I'm broke.
I don't know, but don't ask me. It's not my problem. You're the one who offered the $50,000. I just accepted it.
But this wasn't the way things were supposed to go.
You really only have yourself to blame for all this. I think you should start looking at the hard truth, Simon.
I'm sorry, dear. I apologize for my actions. Please, forgive me. Just give me my portion of the inheritance.
Your father didn't leave you anything, remember? A portion of 0 is 0. You're not getting anything. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Everything your father left is safely passed on to the hands of your brother and me. There's nothing left for you. Please, enjoy your luxurious new life with your girlfriend.
But Rose, I don't have a job anymore. I don't have a job and I have a mortgage to pay. Your husband is having a hard time right now. Don't you think you should be doing your duty as a wife and help me out?
I'm not your wife anymore, honey. Did you forget? We had a divorce. I spent a large chunk of my life taking care of Roy. There's a lot of things I missed out on, and I think he realized that too. I'll be making up for the time I lost. I'm sure he'll want me to spread my wings. The first thing I wanted to do was get a divorce, but I didn't have the courage to bring it up. I was lucky you did.
Help me, please. Even if we aren't married anymore, we spent years together. We used to love each other so much.
But did you? If you did, that was a long, long time ago. The past several years was one of the hardest times of my life. I'm almost 40 now, but it looks like life will finally become better. I'm sorry to say that I can't say the same for you, Simon. Simon continued sending messages to Rose, but she never saw it. She already blocked him. The lawyers Simon consulted all told him that he won't get any portion of the inheritance, and that was when he finally realized that there was nothing more he could do. He was broke, and he was also deep in debt. He needed to accept his consequences. Once his girlfriend realized that he wouldn't be getting any money, she left him. The new house they were planning to live in has been taken away as well. Simon begged for help from Rose, Sydney, and other relatives, but they all decided against it, and Simon had no other choice but to find a new job. The only reason he was able to work at a reputable company before was because Simon's dad owed the CEO a favor, not because he was skilled in any way. He wasn't able to find a full-time job, nor a proper part-time job. The only place that was willing to employ him was a shady factory out of state. The working conditions were terrible, and he is currently forced to work day and night with little to no rest. On the other hand, Rose was able to start a successful business with the $50,000 she got for compensation. She decided to use the $4 million by investing in the stock market, where she also found tremendous success. A few years later, she would meet a kind gentleman who she would eventually marry and start a new life with. Rose was forever thankful to Roy for giving her such a great opportunity. She made it her life's goal that she would become happy and make her father-in-law proud. I guess people who aren't good at their jobs also have a hard time making plans about their futures. Use this as an example, and don't do what Simon did.